Using your parents as a tax-free retirement account? ?
No, this is Steven's grind my gears. Oh no. Here we go.
There it
Okay,
is.
so let's camera 3 this bad boy. Cool.
With a picture-in-picture.
Yeah, so here we are. You are better off gifting your dad $19,000 a year in a separate brokerage account every year. Let it grow until he dies. Transfer to you and the entire account in a stepped-up cost basis, aka no taxes for you. So I think this was in like a long day of talking about retirement plans and creating tax-free wealth over time. So essentially what you're doing is taking like post-tax money, gifting it to a family member that you trust, and putting it in an irrevocable trust so that it for sure goes to you when that person passes away. And it seems like all the growth of that is tax-free, because when they die, that becomes your new tax basis when you inherit the account. So I guess as I'm talking about it, kind of just sounds like a Roth in which you're putting in money and it grows tax-free.
Mm-hmm. It's a Roth with higher limits?
But yeah, exactly. Much higher limits. I know there's like
what's normal limit? 4K?
No, I think it's like 7K now or something.
But for high income earners, if you earn a certain amount, I don't think you're even eligible to contribute to a
There's
Roth.
like a 150K income limit or something like that.
You can do a backdoor though.
You backdoor, you do a traditional and then convert it over.
At the end of the year.
Wait.
Yeah.
What if you gift your dad 19K and your mom 19K?
Exactly. You could go.
Really?
You could.
Holy shit.
So the part about gifting that I never really understood is there is an annual limit, but then there's this lifetime limit, which is like $12 million.
12 million, yeah.
And if you gift more than 19K in a year, you have to tell the IRS. But if you're still under the lifetime, you don't pay taxes on it. So
here's the problem.
It's not really a 19K a year. You can send them as much as you want.
Here's the problem if you have siblings. What if your parents then just divvy up their assets?
Trust.
Irrevocable trust.
Irrevocable trust. Wait, how much does it cost to set up a trust?
I mean, you could probably do one on like trustandwill.com for...
Shout out Cody Barbo.
Yeah, that's how you're the one who mentioned them to me.
Yeah, future billionaire.
So anyway, to the CFA across from me, does it sound like a legitimate mini hack?
Dude, I this was never part of the CFA materials, but I do like this. I like this a lot. I think...
Wait, this seems too good to be true.
I honestly don't know the rules on how like the cost basis steps up. So like this is like news to me.
You could well, I think that it depends on the inheritance rules, right? You're allowed to get a certain amount of inheritance up, you're in your tax free up to like, I don't know, $20 million.
Yeah, I think last I looked at it was like 15 or something like that.
So yeah, you could potentially gift them up to the max of the lifetime tax-free giftable amount, put it in a brokerage account, let it grow, and
then just like reclaim
This is like actually insane, because if I have my mom and dad are divorced, I basically can gift them like $38K a year every year, and
more.
then grow it.
You could give them more. You could give them like $1 million right now.
Why do you say 19K?
So the 19K is like the gift limit, right?
Yeah,
on an annual basis
per year. But then again, there's
per year per person.
Per year per person, I believe. But there's a lifetime max, which is like 10 million. So you would never hit it across.
Hit that.
I actually think that the 19 limit. I mean, we're getting into the weeds here, but I think that's actually like it's your limit to gift.
Oh,
I think.
I was gonna say,
but I looked this up because I had to like go around this thing, and it says you just have to tell the IRS, hey, I gifted more than the limit, but the annual limit. But I'm still below the lifetime limit, so no taxes. But you have to let them know.
So I could gift like $100K to each parent.
Yeah,
a year.
Yeah,
it would still take like 50 years to hit the 10 million limit.
Yeah, so it's like a uncapped, almost essentially uncapped.
That'd
like
Roth. Millions and millions in like tax savings.
I think it's all legit.
What?
I don't know how this was categorized as like a maybe alpha. This is incredible
because it feels like it can't possibly be true.
Well, I think
the math would be like insane on it.
There is a gotcha, is that you have to trust. You're actually giving the money to that other. Parent. You have to trust your parent, right? And that they're not going to like be like, well, export funds and do that. So
can you do that with a trust?
I think it has to be in their name because you have to give them. They have to have control over it.
It's irrevocable.
Yeah, for them.
I think it's
I don't know how trust
irrevocable. The irrevocable part is that it goes to you after they die, and that the money always stays in the trust. It never
Okay.
goes
So
outside the
they
bounds of the
could
trust.
Take the money out of the trust?
No,
Oh, so
they can
you
take
don't
it out
even
of the
have to trust
account.
them.
They can take it out of the
account.
account. Yeah, it's still trust money, but it's out of the
So
account.
the worst they could do is uninvest it.
Uninvest it and potentially take the money out.
They can take
You
your
just told me
money.
they can't take the money out.
No, well, the trust and the account are two different things.
see.
One is inside the other.
Okay.
Take it out of the brokerage account.
Yeah, and
Inside
spend
the
it.
computer.
All right. Well, anyway, I thought this was interesting, and I read it, and I was
very
like,
good.
"What the fuck?"
All right, we're gonna look into that. That is
I think it's legit.
wild if true.
Anyway, chat, check us on that. Let us know if anyone's done anything. I've seen something similar in regards to life insurance, but I think that's more about giving your parents a way. It's a way to gift, a family member money while still getting paid back in the end. But I think it's a separate topic. All right. So anyway, that was sounds like potentially high confidence alfalfa.